All right, what's happening, everybody? You know, I was going through the old interwebs here, and I was noticing here on the Lackluster channel, something interesting happened very recently. And our friend here, James Freeman, is actually involved in this. And you know what? I thought we should bring some light to this. I thought we should, you know, you guys please like and share this, okay? This is some hard stuff that he's going through. And I know because I'm dealing with the same kind of nonsense in Houston County, Texas. And actually very similar situation. These guys, the town basically violated their rights, did an unlawful search, and went through their house and busted in their door. I mean, just ridiculous. Yeah, and then manufactured reasons why they did it and so forth. So this pastor, ironically, I'm a pastor too, that's really funny. Anyway, and ironically, this pastor and his wife filed a lawsuit. Now, what they're doing right now is they're trying to get a deposition. And they originally had the deposition set in a public venue. But under these certain rules, there's a certain rule there in Arizona that states that you have to give notice and things like that, but the deposition can be recorded. So James Freeman and his group, these guys are awesome. They show up to support and help these folks, which I think is beautiful, and go in to set up their cameras to get this thing going. And what you're going to see is this county attorney right here inhibiting that. And not denying that they don't have permission to do it, but just being in the way. And this is very common when you're dealing with people that are completely transparent to the public and have nothing to hide. It just seems to be like some kind of a sickness that they get or something. I don't know. Here we go.
That's the problem I'm having. This is a government entity that I'm suing.
The rule talks about it.
Are you recording?
Hey, I'm sorry, miss.
Nobody cares about
She's busy.
I need.
And I'm going to tell you, only a sissy would literally grab a nice, sweet woman that's working behind a desk somewhere to come save him. Not from James Freeman, but from the camera. I mean, Sissy Boy Award. Yep, he gets my Sissy Boy Award today. Let's keep going.
Wow. Probably 6 of them.
Yeah. So you need to close the door.
Well, no, ma'am, my wife belongs in here and I belong in here.
And his camera.
Keep your fucking hands to yourself. We're really gonna have problems.
Here. You don't touch people.
All right,
Okay, maybe we can do this.
This Ray can distract
See?
me, and I can.
No, I kept you from bumping into my wife. That was clear.
Look at this.
And I have
Hey, how's it going, boss? By you real quick.
Sure. Thank you. All right, she's gonna need to sit
know
down.
for a fact.
You get out of my
Can
way.
you move, man? You're blocking the doorway.
Ask me to.
What do you want to? Where do you want to sit?
It's a misdemeanor. Jesus,
Well,
please,
okay.
can we just carry on?
Why don't you move?
Hey, can you help me out with this? My hands are so full.
Yeah. Say something.
Want to help him?
Let's go. I can't bring them down. 6 cops minimum, probably.
Wow.
You feel like a big guy?
It shouldn't really require any police.
He's definitely getting my Sissy Boy Award today. 6 cops, right? Remember that the Bible says in Revelation chapter 14 that you should reckon the number of the beast. Its number is 600 _ 6 and 6. Yeah. How many cops did he bring? Let's keep going.
No, it shouldn't.
shouldn't.
Right, it
For
shouldn't.
you to simply be told you're not.
All right, can we set that up on the...
Where do you want it?
Or what? Step out or what, Chief? No.
Chief, what the hell are you doing?
Whoa. Oh my goodness.
Chief, are you kidding me?
I'm not letting it go.
This is your...
In Proverbs chapter 14, it says, a foolish woman will tear down her own house with her own hands. And if you really look closely, you'll see that nobody is acting in their proper roles. And I gotta tell you, the chief here is acting like a big sissy too. And it seems to be in the water there. But let's look at this situation properly. So the end result of all of this is that James Freeman was arrested and detained for no real reason other than he was holding a camera and trying to record a deposition that these guys didn't want to give clearly. And they wanted to use guns and intimidation to try to really divert these people psychologically. This is that psychological warfare. See, these officers, most of them have been in the military. And because I deal with a lot of vets and I have a lot of friends that are vets, we know that one of the things that they learn is this kind of psychological warfare. And they do this to control and or gaslight, manipulate a situation. And then they do this to set the stage so simply they can DARVO the situation. And that is an acronym. You guys should look that up. And basically what it means is it means to take personal responsibility out of it and say it's all your fault. And that's kind of what DARVO pretty much is. And what you have to ask yourself when you look at this situation is that if a private citizen, not that one, but any private citizen were to walk up and put his hands on James Freeman, I'm sorry, if a private citizen were to come up and put his hands on Chief Nolan here, because Chief Nolan was holding this camera and pointing it into this thing, if anybody else had been in this role but James Freeman and Nolan, Chief Nolan being on the other side of this, what would have been the outcome? Would have been the obvious outcome? Think about that for just a second. What would have been the obvious outcome? Well, we would have obviously thought that, the chief was in the right position because, he was just holding a camera. He wasn't doing anything wrong. And this crazy citizen just came out of nowhere and just attacked him and took him down, made up charges, and then got him detained for 6 hours. Oh, but because Chief Nolan did it and James Freeman is holding the camera, that narrative completely changes. That's called witchcraft. That is the practice of witchcraft, manipulating a situation without changing the facts. And all liars will not make it into the kingdom of heaven. So I gotta tell you, pray for these people. Pray for these people. And if you guys want to learn more about how to deal with this kind of psychological warfare and how to come out on top, more importantly, schedule an appointment with me. We've got a lot of classes available. We'd love to be able to reach out and help you guys and educate the public. Be blessed, everyone.